Hello, I'm Stephanie. Welcome to A1 Essential Grammar, lesson number 7. Now, in lesson 6, we started looking at the present simple for positive statements. In lesson 7, you will use the present simple tense in negative statements and to ask questions. Let's begin. Negative statements. I'd like you to compare. Positive. I speak Spanish. Negative. I don't speak Spanish. Positive. You like animals. Negative. You don't like animals. He drinks Coke. He doesn't drink Coke. She understands. She doesn't understand. It swims in the sea. It doesn't swim in the sea. We work together. We don't work together. They sing in a band. They don't sing in a band. Now, what do you notice about how we form a negative statement in the present simple? What do you think? Well, present simple negative is don't or doesn't plus the verb. Important. After don't or doesn't, use the infinitive form of the verb. He doesn't like animals. Correct. Not, he doesn't likes animals. So after don't or doesn't, use the infinitive form of the verb. Really important. Take a note of this. Let's review the verb to do in the negative. Singular. I do not. I don't. Don't. You do not. You don't. He does not. He doesn't. Doesn't. She does not. She doesn't. It does not. It doesn't. Very good. Plural. We do not. We don't. You do not. You don't. They do not. They don't. Good. Let's practice. I'd like you to use don't or doesn't to complete the 5 sentences. Pause the slide and have a go. Okay, how did you get on? Let's check. Number 1, Veronica and Matthias don't wear glasses. Veronica and Matthias, they don't wear glasses. Number 2, Tomasz doesn't watch films. He doesn't. Third person. Number 3, I don't eat meat. Number 4, she doesn't live near here. And number 5, my brother doesn't play baseball. Very well done if you got those 5 correct. Okay, let's have a look at some sentences, and this time your task, tell me, are these sentences correct or incorrect? What do you think? If they're incorrect, can you correct them for me, please? Read them carefully and have a go. Let's compare. Number 1, what do you think? He don't like bananas. Is this correct or incorrect? It's incorrect. It should be he doesn't like bananas. Number 2, we don't take the bus to work. This is correct. Number 3, she doesn't sing well. Of course, incorrect. She doesn't sing Remember the infinitive. She doesn't sing well. Number 4, I doesn't have a sister. What do you think about this one? Incorrect. I don't have a sister. And finally, he doesn't wash his hair every day. This is correct. Excellent work if you got those correct. Now I'd like you to practice writing the negative. For example, they like cheese. The negative, they don't like cheese. Over to you. Here are your 5 positive statements. Can you make them negative? Pause the slide, please. Okay, let's check our answers. I play tennis on Monday. I don't play tennis on Monday. He works in Paris. He doesn't work in Paris. And very well done if you remembered that work is in the infinitive. It doesn't have an S on it. He doesn't work in Paris. Number 3, we have a dog. We don't have a dog. Number 4, she watches TV in the evening. She doesn't watch TV in the evening. And again, well done if you remembered to put watch in the infinitive. Number 5, he does his homework. He doesn't do his homework. Here we have the verb do used twice. Firstly as an auxiliary, doesn't, but do is also the main verb here, do homework. He doesn't do his homework. Well done. Really important to remember that the verbs to be and have got do not use don't or doesn't for negative statements. So we can use the rule for all other verbs, but not for to be and have got. Really important to remember this. We say, I'm not Irish. We're using the verb to be here. I am not Irish. Not, I don't be Irish. He isn't a teacher. Not, he doesn't be a teacher. The same with have got. I haven't got a sister. We don't say, I don't have got a sister. She hasn't got a dog. Correct. Not, she don't have got a dog. So do make a note of this. It's very important. Good. Now I'd like to find out about you. Can you tell me 5 negative sentences? I don't like, I don't have, I don't play, I don't watch, and I don't live. Can you complete these with some information about you, please? Good. Let's move on to questions. Where do you come from? Where do you live? What do you do? Do you have brothers or sisters? Do you like football? How do you think we make questions in the present simple tense? Okay, well, present simple questions use do or does plus subject plus the verb. Again, very important to remember, after do or does, we use the infinitive form of the verb. Does he like football? Correct. Not does he likes football. Where does she live? Correct. Not where does she lives. So the same as with negative statements, after do or does, we must use the infinitive form. let's review the verb to do in the positive. Singular, I do. You do. He does. She does. It does. Plural, we do. You do. And they do. Well done. Let's practice. Use do or does to make 5 questions. Pause the slide, please. Okay, let's check. Number 1. Do you like my dress? Number 2. Does he teach English? Number 3. Do they have a brother? Number 4. Does she wake up early? And number 5. Do I need a key? Well done if you got those right. When we make questions, the word order is really important. Please pause the slide and study this table. We begin with do or does, then we have the subject, and then we have the verb in the infinitive. For example, do we need a ticket? Does she go to school? Pause the slide and study this table. If we use a question word like where, when, what, or how much, this goes at the start of our question. When do we start the lesson? What does he do at the weekends? Again, a good idea to pause the slide and study this slide, because we're now going to practice. I'd like you to put the words in the correct order. For example, you, do, rice, want. We need to move these words to make a question. Do you want rice? Okay, over to you. Here are 5 questions. Please put the words in the correct order. And let's check. Number 1. Does he like sushi? Number 2. When does the film start? Number 3. How much does the train cost? Number 4. What do you wear at weekends? And number 5. Where does she study English? Well done if you got those correct. Again, really important, the verbs to be and have got are different. When we want to make questions with these verbs, we do not use do or does. It's the same as for negative statements. Are you Taiwanese? Not, do you be Taiwanese? Is she 21? Not, does she be 21? Have they got a car? Not, do they have got a car? Has he got a pen? Not, does he got a pen? So again, really important to remember that the verbs to be and have got are different. Okay, to finish with, I'd like you to write 5 questions that you would like to ask me. So this is your chance to practice what we've looked at in this lesson. See if you can make 5 questions to ask me. Well done. That's the end of lesson number 7. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in lesson number 8.